Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this because I know there's a better ending, and I know it has to do with these two. So basically, yeah, I looked it up because I wanted to get around to it. I don't know what the endings are because I didn't look. I just know how to get there. So we did Ryotaro's second mirror, but not Yuzu's. So I need to go do Ryotaro's, and his is apparently in the realm of beauty. Okay. Let me obviously save here. Okay. Believe we go down here? Unlock the door with mystery key. Okay, so that's apparently the key that we got from Ryotaro. Teddy bear. Mirror shows Ryotaro's reflection, doesn't seem to change. Okay, so let's go get the man. God, she goes up these ladders so fast. I don't know why she wasn't an Olympus. Ooh. Almost did myself dirty right there. What? Another of my mirrors, a third one. I sense big things coming. Alright then, let's go. Sorry to trouble you, but leave me there. Okay. Oop. Let's go through here. Well, let's go through here. Oop. Okay. Woo! Okay, so I'm really curious where his story ends up. The mirror shows Ryotaro's reflection, a bit different from the other mirrors. Strange place too, reaching the critical moment perhaps. You walk to this place by yourself. Boy, you're strong. I mean it deeply. But strength isn't the same as never fatiguing. No, save it for later. First, to look at this mirror. Oh, she looks just like you when you were a kid, but at the same time much too cute for that. Ha, it's fine. You're a good guy. I'm sure somebody like you is just a guy to help my glum daughter. Okay, now let's go. The west building, right? God, the smoke's already up to this floor. It's no good. The stairs are too hot to approach. Cruel fate. Will it end like this without anything resolved with my family? I'm sorry, Chika and Mishiro. So I'll never get to meet Mishiro. I'm sure she'll grow to be far prettier than Sis. I really wanted to have that chance. It's really not anything lewd. I just see beauty there. He died to a building fire. I've remembered it all, how I died, my wish, and all the rest. I see now. Admirable tenacity, if I do say so myself. I'm a bit tired. Feels like more information overload than the previous mirrors were. Once I've got it sorted out, I'll talk about things to do with you and what I know. I'm sure that's simply my duty. Oh, are you planning to go ahead? If you are, I'll accompany you. A good uncle should protect girls, you know. Okay, so from what I do know, don't go on ahead. I need to do all of Yuzu's mirrors, and then you go from there, and you'll get the best ending. And that's kind of what we're aiming for. Like, if I were to go on, it would still be a good ending. It just wouldn't be the best ending. So let's... I need to go back to the realm of love. Right, there was this one. As far as I know, top left stairs, bottom left stairs on the left side, and then visible confusion. Bottom left stairs on the left side. Okay, wait a minute. I'm obviously confused here. So I need to go to the top left stairs, and then the bottom left stairs on the left side? I'm confused. Oh, I don't know how to read directions. Nope, it would seem I still got it wrong. There we go. Nailed it. Okay, so I need to go get... I don't like going back through these places. It makes me feel uneasy, if anything. But to be fair, I've felt uneasy, so... Well, one of my mirrors? Wow, 2 in such a short time. Lead me there right away. If we're together, even those realms won't scare me. Okay. We're gonna continue on from here. Okay. So top left stairs. And those stairs. And then bottom left stairs. And here we are. Okay. So I'm actually more curious about Yuzu's story than Ryutaro's, honestly. Okay, I think I'm getting used to this now. This mirror's got my past, my memories. You know, I'm thinking surely they show memories with something to do with my wish. If looking in the mirrors might tell me my wish, I'm excited but a little scared at the same time. 7 years ago, Mirror Lake. I know she's the girl who died, but how did she die is the question. Pretty sunset, huh, Utsuro? Sunset is a witching hour. This moment's beauty comes from it being when the sun dies. Even though we see the sun for 12 hours a day, we always forget its beauty. I guess, but I like the sun in the day too. You're positive about everything, Yuzu. It's been a year getting to know Utsuro. I still haven't been able to tell her how I feel, but we're together as best friends, a bunch. Of course I still like her romantically, but just spending time together, period, is nice. Twilight is a vacuous thing. It's neither day nor night, and people spend it preparing for the coming night. Twilight isn't watched and enjoyed, it's just empty and hollow, much like my name. Is the sunset making you sentimental? I think Utsuro's a great name. A great name? I hate it. To be called hollow, it feels more like a denial of my existence. But I like how it feels all translucent. It matches your mysterious air too. Is that right? You know, Yuzu, I'm a person who shouldn't exist in this world. Huh? What's this now? Just the fact I'm alive is a mistake. My existence is a cluster of sin. You mean like original sin? Did you ever tell me you were a Christian, Utsuro? I don't mean anything like that. In a more concrete way, I shouldn't exist. I don't get what you're saying, Utsuro. I mean, isn't shouldn't exist really extreme? We get along so well. If you didn't exist, what would I do? If hypothetically I were to die soon, then you should forget about me. I could only blankly listen to Utsuro, whose words felt so disconnected from reality. It was as if Utsuro saw something different, and I couldn't perceive things the same way. I feel like this is gonna go wrong really fast. Yeah, I remember. Even as I got closer, Utsuro was a strange girl, though that was charming in a way. Most of my memories of Utsuro are back now, and now I know these are important to me. I still can't remember up to my death, but it seems I've remembered some things precious to Yuzu Hanasaki. And it's thanks to you, Mishiro. Really, thanks a lot. Oh, I know. Take this. Mishiro got a mystery key. I picked that up earlier. I don't know how to use it. I'm sure it'll be useful to you somewhere. Maybe. Okay, let's return. Tell me if there's anything else. Okay. I need to go to the room of death now. I need to go... I believe it's over here. Yeah, it should be right here. Looking closer, there's a ladder in the fireplace. What is it with mirror rims being down a fireplace? Lock the door with mystery key. Yep. The mirror shows you use your reflection. It doesn't seem to change much. The mirror looks. So let's go get her. I'm glad you can run in this game because this is a bit of a long walk. Ooh. I don't think I'm ready to find out what happened to Yuzu because I have an idea, but I don't know. I could be wrong, and I'm kind of hoping I am because what I'm thinking is awfully dark. Okay. Alright, come on. Let's go confirm what I'm thinking. Looking closely, there's a ladder. So let's go down. Okay. The mirror shows user's reflection. Seems a little different from the others, like the atmosphere in the area. I never would have found this place myself, even after literal years. Look, let's cut the chatter. I'm just too worked up. Let's go for it. She's really hyper for something that I think's about to be really bad. If hypothetically I were to die soon, then you should forget about me. A few days ago, the body of Utsuro Hinohara was found in Mirror Lake. Why? Why did Utsuro... No, it hasn't been enough. We didn't spend enough time together. Has Hanasaki seemed gloomier lately? I mean, she got along with Hinohara, so I can understand being depressed, but it's not that kind of gloominess. It's like... the local library isn't enough. They don't have books on this stuff. I need... seances, necromancy. It all lacks credibility. I don't want this fake occult nonsense. Yuzu, have you been going to class? If I open the gate this way... Today marks a year to the day. Wait for me, Utsuro. I've been studying up this past year. And now I'm going to meet you. It's exactly what I thought it was. She killed herself to go after Utsuro, who was murdered. I remember it all. How I died, my wish, and everything else. Of course there's no such thing as black magic. I must have been on the brink. I'm kind of exhausted getting all those memories dumped on me. Once I've sorted things out some more, I'll tell you my history and wish, Mitsuru. Oh, are you going to go up ahead? Take me with you if you do. I feel like there's something very important to this world up ahead. Okay, I do want the best ending, but I want to see what happens in her ending. I'm going to save real quick and then... Someone's there. Once there was a painter. He was known as the mad genius Rinzu Usui. Huh? You know my grandpa? Wait, Mishiro, it looks like maybe she isn't aware of us. Rinzo had a wife, but he also had a relationship with a servant. With his wife, he had a child, Shinji. With the servant, he had a child, Tamaki. Rinzu's two children born of different mothers. Huh? Tamaki was the illegitimate child of an affair, but because Shinji showed no interest in art, Rinzu's affection was often directed at Tamaki, who did have an interest in the arts. Tamaki learned art from Rinzo, and given deep love grew in the shadow of the Usui family. But these irregular days couldn't last. When Tamaki turned 12, Rinzu's wife learned of her existence. Rinzu divorced his wife and gave Tamaki and her mother the same love as ever. Thus far, no tragedy had occurred. But when Tamaki turned 18, Rinzo made an unforgivable mistake. He had a liaison with Tamaki, his own daughter, and impregnated her. Tamaki was deeply wounded and feared Rinso, and with his mother, she fled from him. But the child she bore had done nothing wrong, so she decided to birth the child of her father. So Tamaki had a daughter between parent and child. Tamaki thought she couldn't live a normal, happy life, but luckily 2 years she had a proper marriage. Safely having a son with her husband, Tamaki began to get back on her feet. However, she never fully did. The mental wounds Tamaki had suffered went even deeper than she imagined. When her now grown daughter with Rinsu began doing art at school, Tamaki's old wounds ached. It gave her flashbacks of Rinsu, of that fear she had of him. Tamaki struggled to give her daughter affection. It took all she had not to take out negative emotions on her. Tamaki's mind quickly crumbled under the weight. And one day, Tamaki killed her daughter. Tamaki fell to pieces. She came to feel animosity not only toward Rinso but all the Usuis. Unable to see any hope ahead, she fell upon the despair behind. Rinso died of natural causes a few years later, and while she had the right to his inheritance, she refused to take it. She wouldn't even let it go to the eldest son, Shinji. Then at last, Tamaki, who had kept living despite having broken long ago, met her end. When she learned the son she had with her husband was becoming friends with Shinji's daughter. You mean Tamaki tried to take out Shinji's daughter, the Usui who dared come near her pure son. But when she drove madly down the road to kill her, she ran over her own son by mistake. Tamaki realized that this was the end, so she took her own life to escape the despair. No way, that's so messed up. That woman's soul is now bound here. Unlike the other souls, the world is forcing her to be here. Tamaki's soul is now bound in death so that she can't escape, but must face the facts. This is surely my punishment. I've gone on for a while. I can't see or hear you, but I know you're there. Don't know who you are, but go now. Let's go, Mishiro. We shouldn't stay here any longer. Oh my god, my head. Should we return to the usual place? With Tamaki's story, I've realized something. Huh? You found a similar place past a mirror with Ryutaro's memories? I see, then you should go there first. What I have to say can wait. Wait, so do I have to go to his? Hold on, let me double check. Because I didn't really care for his. Oh, I am supposed to visit both. Okay, then let me go. I can't remember where Ryutaro's was. Okay, yeah, in the realm of beauty. Okay, then let me go down there. Okay. So, in case y'all didn't catch on to what was going on there, basically in that last little bit, the girl that was Ayato's sister was the one that Yuzu knew, which was the Utsuro girl, right? Her mother killed her and left her in the lake. They never found out it was her. And then she tried to kill Mishiro, but Ayato protected her instead. And his mother ended up killing him, and she killed herself to escape all that despair. So now that we're there, now we should be visiting Rinso. Is that Grandpa? You're Rinso. Once there was a painter. He was known as the mad genius Rinsu Usui. Rinso's art was highly esteemed and sold for high prices. He had status and wealth. Grandpa, what are you talking about, and why are you here? Wait, look closely. I don't think he can hear us. Since Rinso married a woman, they had a son named Shinji. Rinso preached the beauty of art to his wife and child, but they showed no interest in it. Rinso's wife did not see his art, only the prices attached. Shinji, too, was taught her practicality. So it was only natural that Rinso formed a relationship with a servant showing true interest in his art. When Shinji was 8, Rinsu and the servant had an illegitimate child. Her name was Tamaki. Rinsu kept Tamaki hidden from his wife and Shinji, managing 2 families, but between Shinji, who cared not at all for art, and Tamaki, who adored it like her mother, Rinsu's affection went toward Tamaki. That came to an end shortly after Shinji went to college, when Tamaki's existence came to light. Rinsu offered his wife consolation as asked and divorced her. Shinji, already grown, kept the name Usui, a wise choice. He knew how to make a living. Some time passed after that when Tamaki, who Rinsu adored as a daughter and a student, turned 18. Rinsu made the biggest mistake of his life. He adored his daughter Tamaki, so he had a child with her. Tamaki and her mother left Rinsu. They refused even money. Tamaki seemingly birthed and raised a child who knows the details. Rinsu was unable to hear of it. Near 20 years passed since that incident, and Rinsu died of illness. Nothing unusual, age comes for all. Shinji was the eldest son of the Usui family, set to inherit his fortune. But thinking of it as a final atonement, Ritsu passed on leaving a will to give it all to Tamaki, the inheritance. So the boss was disputing with Tamaki over it. That man's soul is now bound here. Unlike the other souls, the world is forcing him to be here. Only the creator of this world knows why, but it seems some dead fellow has business with me. But very well, to face my sin eternally is an appropriate afterlife for me. That's all. Sorry for the long story. Visitors are rare. I can't see or hear you, but I know you're there. Be well, dead one and soul. Let's go. There's nothing more here. Damn, this story is interesting to say the least. Shall we return to the usual place? Especially after Rinsu's story, I need to talk to you. What? Yuzu got her memories back too? Then it feels the story is coming to a close. Now let's return. Say, Mishiro, do you think you can open this door? You opened that other one, right? I'm sure this one will open for you too. Think you can open this big door? Had no trouble with the one in the back of that room. Surely you can open it if you put your mind to it. So it did open. Now the next path for you to take is clear. You just ended up saving our butts this whole time, huh, Mishiro? Without you, doubt we would have found any mirrors. You have the right to know what I know. In fact, I want you to know. I need to talk to you. I know a thing or two about your parents. I need to tell you some things too, about who I am and why I'm here, and about Tamaki's daughter. Wait, who's this? Get out. Stop. Don't meddle anymore. Give back my world. Run, you two, through the door. Now I know who this shadow is. Whoa, is it chasing us? We'll talk later. Just run somewhere we can hide. Oh my... Don't make a guy going on 30 run for it. I'm gonna die. Looks like we've gotten away for now. Hold on, actually, let me save. And then let's look at this. Looks like we got away for now. Listen to Yuzu. Okay, let's get started. Are we safe here? I don't sense they're chasing anymore. What in the world was that? I'm about to explain that. I know who that is. Say what? I'm Yuzu Hanasaki, a middle schooler who committed suicide at 15 at Mirror Lake. The reason I killed myself was, to put it bluntly, to meet a girl I loved. Someone had killed her at Mirror Lake. It made me extremely sad, so I read all these books on black magic and killed myself to go to the afterlife. To die at the same place exactly a year later, it said that would work. I think it's a different afterlife than what the book meant, but ultimately I came to this world, but it seems there was something to be gained here. That girl, she always said she was someone who shouldn't have existed. I always found it weird and wondered why it was. But I found out now. She was born between a girl and her own father, between Tamaki Hinohara and Rinzu Usui. Her birth was taboo. That shadow was Utsuro Hinohara. Even as she is, I can clearly tell. Because my wish was to meet Utsuro one more time. Utsuro Hinohara, that's Ayato's. But to look the way she does now, I wonder what the story is there. But I can't go away just yet. I need to talk to Utsuro more directly, or my wish won't be considered granted. Give it back. That voice. Let's get moving. We can't have a chat now, so run. Okay. You absolute juke. I'm reaching my limits. Let me rest a little. She's actually really stubborn, isn't she? If it were me, I'd have thrown in the towel after all that chasing. Listen to Ryotaro. Got it. Alright, let's begin. Did we outrun her? Seems so. I don't think she's giving chase. I think the goal is close by. I don't know what'll be up ahead, so I just want to get this out. I'm Ryotaro Sengoku, younger brother of Chiko Usui, Mishiro's mother, and subordinate to her dad Shinji Usui. Okay. I knew about you a while back from a New Year's card Sis sent to me. To be honest, I found you cute. Not exactly a romantic thing, of course. I was captivated by your latent beauty, I suppose. But when I asked my boss about you, I learned you'd been glum and moping as of late. And I know why. You injured someone in middle school, and Sis kept you shackled ever since. That's right. My boss invited me over to your house, and I was honestly pumped to try and help you. Made me sad to imagine such a beautiful girl moping around. He says without a second of hesitation. No poking fun now, it's the end. Huh? But I died before it happened. We got caught in a fire in a building at work. A fire, yes. I was with your father. After that, well, it even kind of surprised me. Partly by will, I became a soul and flew around to where you were, apparently. So for the year or so between my death and yours, my spirit was sort of haunting you. What? Oh, but I was hardly even conscious of anything. I just vaguely know that's what happened. For you, see, ever since I saw your photo, I considered you someone beautiful and worth protecting. So even through death, I had the wish of getting to talk to you at least once. So that was your wish. So it was thus it's been granted. By following you, I wound up in this world, and in this world, my unrealized wish came true. In fact, the moment I became aware of my wish, I felt I could free myself from this world at any time. So you're going? Well, I've come this far. I'd like to see out your story to the end. Mishiro, the harsh circumstances you've had and the fact that you're dead now. I don't feel like it's irrelevant to me. I can't say don't blame your parents, but I just want you to know I can't force you to understand or sympathize, but just know. Your father worried over and regretted how he was spending less time with you. He wasn't just weighing you and the inheritance on a scale. Your mother was working with your father to obtain proof that the Usui fortune belonged to them. Maybe she failed to control her strength properly. Maybe she wasn't calm, but she had no ill will, I'm sure. I'm sure after the boss and I died, she endured the sorrow of losing a husband and brother and fought for her family. Your father and mother might have been clumsy, but they weren't cold-blooded. I just want you to know that. It's probably too late to say now, though. Let's go on ahead. This is the door you're able to open. I'm sure there's something important to you here. If you're telling me that, then where should my wish to erase my existence go? Well, let's go. Huh? Hey, Ayato, why are you here? Because this soul is necessary for granting your wish. Hello, me. So you've successfully broken all the mirrors. Your wish will soon come true, and this world's purpose will be concluded. What do you mean? Well, hold on a second. All the actors are here. Actors? Whoa. This mirror world revolves around you, Mishiro. You hold dominion over it. Once a deceased girl wished at Mirror Lake, I wish my life had never even existed. It was a very strong wish, and to fulfill it, this mirror world was created. It was made solely to realize her wish. The other souls were just extras drawn into it. She should have granted her wish into this world she made, but she wasn't able to fulfill it, because she broke before she could. Just as she created this world, she lost everything, including her memories and her wish. So not knowing her purpose or who she was, she wandered this world and fell apart. And that's in the past now, a concluded tale. Unable to achieve its goal, this world went on existing, sucking in souls who died near the lake with strong wishes. That was Utsuru Hinohara. Yes, she wanders this world even now. Sister. Several years later, a girl threw herself into the lake. Amazingly, she had the same wish as the world's creator. So that this world could complete its duty, it chose a new soul to control it. And so since you carried the same wish, you became the new ruler, usurping the originator. The wish the world sought to grant stayed the same. Only the person in the center of it was replaced. I was made the ruler of this world. The extra riffraff who feel jealousy towards you still see the broken originator as the rightful ruler. And maybe, broken though she may be, she's personally gotten in your way at times. Even so, you successfully broke all the mirrors without even wasting weeks or months being lost. You shattered and erased all remnants of you in the form of mirrors containing your past. Having recorded all your actions, I can attest to that. But it's not over just yet. This boy's soul is absolutely necessary for total erasure of your life, because he's simply too significant to you. Without eradicating his soul, your life can't be nullified, so it was none other than you who unconsciously bound his soul to this world, such that you could kill him by your own hand. You aren't telling me I have to kill Ayato. What's the problem? You may feel guilty for a second, but right after that, you'll have never existed. Michiro, you're still suffering, huh? You do resemble my sister after all. Even as a soul, you have her same wish, but if you kill me, you'll be free from your pain. Right after my death, your conflict will end. It's your world. You can make the choice. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I've overcome a lot of obstacles coming here. I've looked back on my past and erased it. But is it really right to just make it so I never even existed? Thinking back, it was a boring life. I wouldn't say it was entirely devoid of enjoyment. But if you ask whether I'd live the same life again, I'd absolutely refuse without a doubt. In fact, if I had to say I've come to hate it all, I wish my life never even existed. And yet I've learned that my mom and dad gave their best efforts for me, clumsy as they were, and I know there's a person who valued me, going so far as to come to this world to encourage me. Can I make all that something that never happened? And that's not all. Seeing Yuzu and Utsuro, I had a thought. If Utsuro's life had never existed, what would become of Yuzu's feelings? Desperately turning to black magic, killing herself, and wandering this world for years. Also finally realized her wish to meet her again. What would become of that? I'll make the choice to grant that wish or not, but I want Utsuro to see this out too, because it's her same wish, and this is her world I inherited. If only in pieces, learning about Utsuro from the mirrors has fulfilled the mirror's purpose. Ayato and Yuzu are both here. With these two, I'm sure we can get Utsuro's memories back. Indeed, maybe a little of it. Really? Sister, memory. Listen, Utsuro Hinohara, you need to remember your birth, your death, and the one who loved you. Michiro spoke at length of the things she'd seen and heard in this world. Her mother, Tamaki, her father, Rinso, the Hinohara family she lived with, Yusu. She spoke at Utsuro's mirror, all that she knew. I see. I haven't felt this in a long time. Utsuro, Yuzu, you fool. I told you to forget about me if I died. Well, I couldn't. Is it you, sister? It is, Ayato. So even you ended up here. I didn't intend to hand the world over to you. I was even thinking of killing you to forcibly take back control. Even more so now that I've remembered my wish, I want to erase my mother, my true father, myself. But alas, I've become indebted. It's the fact that if you hadn't been here, my mind would have stayed fragmented forever. Do as you like before I change my mind. My choice is... I won't grant my wish. I won't do it. I can't. I can't do it anymore. Dad's secret distress, Mom's painful effort, even Ryutaro's unusual concern for me. I can't just make it all be gone, and that's not all. For every mirror I broke, I'll vanish from the lives of people I knew, and I'll also vanish from Ayato's world. But then what did Ayato die for? What did Tamaki step on the accelerator for? If it were just me, then fine, but to control the feelings of the people around me, I have no right. That's not my wish anymore. Are you really sure about that? Whatever you think, whatever you know, it won't actually change anything. Are you still giving up on your wish? I am. I see. I, the mirror world, accept abandoning the wish. Its reasons for being ends here. Huh? This world can vanish when the ruler's wish is granted or they abandon it with clear intent. It won't be left up in the air like with Utsuro. So will everyone here vanish? Except for you, Mitsuru. To get straight to the point, you're not dead yet. Huh? Your soul has left your body, of course, but your body isn't actually dead. You drowned yourself, but as it happens, a passerby found you. They called it in right away, and though unconscious, you were saved. It was a failed attempt. Mishiro, when your soul leaves here, it'll be forced back into your body. But what you've done in this world won't be written off. The memories you erased by breaking the mirrors won't come back to you when you return to life. You didn't actually carry out your wish, so the actual past isn't gone, but your memories of it are. Maybe you remember talking with me a bit, but things like meeting me at the lake, are you still prepared to leave this place? Can you live in a world you've given up on living in once before? I'll live, because I'm not dead yet. I don't want to just throw away the life you protected, Ayato, and by discarding the wish I inherited from Utsuro, I think it'll honor Yuzu's feelings. I see. That's a relief then. I absolutely can't understand my sister's wish, but you've made the choice for her. It might sound sort of trite, but I want you to live my sister's share. I want you to prove that giving up that wish was the right thing to do. Smile for my sister. That's my dream too. I'll try my best. There are people who value you. There are people who'd be sad about your death. It may be a bit warped, admittedly, but I'm one of them. The world's not that much of a disappointment, you see, so I've done my best to encourage you. You're really something, you know. You've really picked yourself back up. You went and learned not only your own wish, but mine, Yuzu's, and Utsuro's. Old Ryotaro won't say much more. Try to get along with Sith when you get back. Right. I'll try to face with her. Thank you, Mishiro. Because of you, I could get my memories, back my memories and my wish. I learned about Utsuru's birth and death and got to talk with her once more. I'm satisfied now. I really am. Maybe returning to life won't mean happy things all the time, Mishiro. But I'm sure you can get up and walk again, since you've saved so many people here. Mishiro, leave incense or something at my grave. Think of it like saying hi. Okay, I'll be sure to find your grave. I'd lost from the moment I broke, I suppose. I won't pull any mischief. I can accept this result, though I can't say I'm entirely satisfied. Ayato, who adored me as his sister, and Yuzu, who needed me in her life. I'm glad for the fact that I could talk with the two of them one last time. Yet I'll fade away still resenting that man Rinsu and that woman Tamaki. Surely I can be forgiven for that. That's true. Sorry for taking over your world. Sheesh, 7 years and it ends like this. As long as the ruler's satisfied, I suppose. Will Utsuro go to heaven too? Not sure about heaven or hell, but she'll be free from this world and go to where she goes. That's good. I say ruler, but you're more of a usurper technically. Mishiro, once you get back and things settle down, you should visit my atelier. It's not complete, of course, but I want you to see the painting you model for someday. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little scared about how much I'll forget, but I won't lose my time in this world, and I won't ever wish to erase the events to come. It's time to go. My feelings right now are just in a bunch. After that, I regained consciousness in a hospital bed. Apparently, I really had been saved, and my soul returned safely from the mirror world. My mother was there looking at me in a way I felt she hadn't in years. Mishiro, you're awake. Thank goodness, oh thank goodness. If I had lost you too, I'm sorry. I drove you to do this, didn't I? My mother was shocked by my suicide attempt and apologized for her harsh discipline. My head felt very hazy. I only remembered that she was my mother who became very strict at some point. It took a lot just to recognize that as real. And as I thought about it, fear and unease toward my mother came up from the gaps in my memory. But it's okay. Ryotaro had told me about the pressure on the Usuis and how death had taxed my mother's mind. Now that I was able to accept that, it was easy to hold my mother's hand. My brain had suffered memory loss, and I could no longer remember many past events. I remembered Ayato was someone important to me, but I had no concrete memories of him. But I distinctly remembered talking in the mirror world, and I felt considerable warmth from that alone. I clearly remembered Yuzu and Ryotaro too. I'd probably only met them in the mirror world. Mishiro Usui, is it? Hello, I'm Seichi Hinohara. A few days after I left the hospital, a man came to visit for me. His last name sounded familiar. Could you be Ayato's... Yes, thank you for getting along with Ayato. Seichi Hinohara was Ayato's father, which meant he was the one who married Tamaki, and he was the father who Utsuro grew up with. I'm not sure if I should be saying this, but I'm really glad you regained consciousness. The driver who sped toward you and Ayato, she's no longer with us. Her body was found at Beer Lake in a car that went up in flames. He met Tamaki, his wife, but from Seichi's perspective, it would be impossible for me to know Tamaki. I felt it would be better to stay silent than to confuse him with unnecessary remarks. She was my wife. We met each other at school. She was a humble, art-loving, somewhat naive woman with a radiant smile. Her final sin came at the end of a long sorrow, but I won't ask you to forgive her. Still, if it's alright, could you visit Ayato's grave sometime? Of course. Not only Ayato, but Utsuro and Tamaki. Now maybe I could offer them prayers. I'm in the atelier. It feels very nostalgic. I'll look at Ayato's painting. Of course, look at the damn canvas. It might sound sort of trite, but I want you to live my sister's share. I want you to prove that giving up that wish was the right thing to do. Smile for my sister. That's my dream too. Oh. Oh, my heart. Ayato Hinahara. Blank dream. My heart. Ayato. It's... It's not a dream anymore. Oh. I have many words about that one. That's very... I'm gonna need a minute when I finish this. Um, I don't know. Talk to me. Do y'all think that went the way that y'all thought it would, or did it definitely throw y'all for a loop? Because it did for me, and my feelings are in a twist right now. But tell me what y'all think about it. As far as that goes, I appreciate y'all joining me on this one, and I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I did. I did really enjoy it as much as I did any other RPG maker. And for right now, I'm a little upsetty, but you know we'll get through it. Um, I really hope y'all did enjoy this. I'm stretching. Oh, jeez. But I apologize for it being so long. But if you actually watch and see the story, then you'll see why. But I appreciate y'all's support and any comment left behind for this. Excuse me. As far as this goes, I'll definitely get to work on another series soon enough once I get over this one. But again, thank y'all so much for joining, and I will definitely hope to see y'all in the next playthrough.